What's good, brethren? You know, man, I was thinking about a variety of things. I'm going to talk about a variety of things in this video. Just thinking about protecting your peace. I was thinking about also a minimalist nomad journey, as well as in today's society, what good are these women to you? So first let's talk about the peace issue. You know, I like in us men of the truth. I was playing Mario 2 recently. I don't know, I like that. I just keep going back to it, bro. I got one of these retro video game sticks that you plug into the TV and you just play all these, old 2D games, Mario 2, 3, and, Super Nintendo video games. And I don't know, I'm still playing. I love that stuff, bro. I grew up with that stuff. Street Fighter, you know what I mean? Some of the old arcade games. I got this from about $50 from Amazon. And one of the controllers was whack, so I had to repair it and stuff. It's cheap, so you know what I mean? But still, it worked. Anyways, with regards to protecting your peace, man, I look at like this world similar to like the Matrix movie, where you have, I look at really, man, this whole dynamic of life. Yeah, excuse me, it's early, so I'm kind of talking low. But I look at this whole dynamic of life, like what the Messiah says, wheat and tares. Essentially, us versus them. And essentially, the elect versus these NPCs out here. And fourthly, like in the Matrix movie, is those of us who are awake, so to speak, versus those that are still plugged in. And so I started thinking about, just as the different, you playing Mario 2 and you got those little Koopa Troopas and little Goombas, those little NPC characters, their whole job is to hurt you. Their whole job is to take a nibble out of you. And to get you to fall into the pit. You know what I mean? And so their job essentially is to take away your peace, even by trying to take a piece out of you, And I'm big on peace, and I'm big on trying to keep myself calm. I went through a lot of things in my life, man, and I've learned to ride the waves of life as best I can and keep a mental state of peace. And that's not always easy, man, because you get stressed, you get pissed off. But it's like, dang, but then I compare it to, well, hey, like I said, man, I almost passed away, man. Had like this infection in my tooth, and it almost killed me, bro. I think they call it septis or something. And it was an infection that could have went to my brain. And the pain it was like the worst pain I ever felt in my entire life. I kept going back to the dentist. He was like, oh, no, you just take these antibiotics. Anyways, so that was, so I compare my problems to that. Whatever problem come up, an NPC recently was started talking trash to me, when some dude or something. I had to check this bitch dude, man. I said, man, yo, I'm not, basically we got into, I had to check the dude, basically. And you know what I mean? Yeah, he apologized, but because I had to man up, I'm more of a mellow dude, bro. Like, I'll do these videos, and this is where I can speak the truth of things and all of that. But in general, I don't even communicate with these fucked up people out here, man. These are like the Matrix movie, bro, is so realistic with regards to what you dealing with in life, bro. You essentially, like, it's wheat and tares, us versus them. Saints versus the rest of these worthless people, bro. That's basically what it is, bro. It's the people of Yah versus a whole bunch of people who don't even matter to the Most High. And these people are like agitators to get you off your purpose. They are your test. They are your trial. You understand me? They are the ones that are your adversaries. And so now I was thinking about let me see. So that's the peace thing. And overall, I try to keep my peace. And don't let nobody steal your peace, bro. That's essentially don't let nobody take your crown too. You know the truth, hold on to it. Everybody had their own beliefs and doctrines, and some people believe certain things in the Bible. Certain people, they say they believe in this in the Bible, but they don't believe in that. Some people believe in, don't even believe in the Messiah. Some people don't believe in the resurrection. They believe in the Old Testament, but some don't believe that. They believe, this and that. You can have female pastors, but scriptures say this. But so you got all these divisions, even within the Bible, within people's belief of the Bible, belief system of the Bible, like these denominations and stuff. So I just ask God to keep giving me peace throughout various situations. But yeah, I've learned to kind of try to stay balanced, man, and not go up too high and just have control over myself, man. Because I done figured out the game, like I always say, when it comes to game, and I speak this with regards to women and stuff. Yeah, I talked about this woman in a moment. Game is about essentially self-discipline, wisdom about females, self-discipline and dealing with females. What else I say? I forget. I shouldn't forget. But game is essentially wisdom about women and self-discipline. You know what I mean? When you self-discipline and self-respect, those three things: self-respect, self-discipline, and wisdom about females. Self-discipline, wisdom, self-respect. Self-discipline, wisdom, self-respect. That's game to me. The reason I say this, you could have wisdom about females, but if you don't have self-discipline in dealing with those females, you could be as wise as you want, but she look good in the booty cheeks, shaking, and she batting her eyes, and you don't have self-discipline. You could be wise, but then you'd be weak to your own sexual desire for this bitch. So it's all about all three of those in dealing with women: self-discipline, self-respect. So I'm gonna talk about that. It's all ties together. We talking about peace of mind, and so now we're talking about the female. I had this one little skinny white chick, cute little broad, 23 or something. Cute, man. And I'm up here, and she she getting at her brother. I'm like, dang, so I'm like, yo, give me let's hit up. And I give her my number and all that. And I'm like, we chilling and all that. But the bitch flaky, man. And so I'm up here getting her story, she tell me about herself, bloom. I'm like, all right, how can I fit this? I'm thinking like, all right, so I ain't even smashed the broad or nothing yet. But I'm like, she kind of agitated me, and I'll tell you in a moment. So she flaky as hell. So that agitates me, thus therefore taking away a slice of my peace, and therefore I can't have that shit. I'm wise to how this female works, because she's an American woman, number one. She's a cute white bitch, number two. And then therefore, it's shitloads of dudes hitting her up. I was listening to this dude hit her up, like we was at the store, you know what I mean? And some dude was trying to hit her up. I'm like, damn, this happens to you all the time. This nigga was super simping. She not my woman, but she would give me so much motherfucking energy. And I'm like, all right, so I'm basically breaking it. At first, I'm breaking it down like, look, so you like me or you just like being around me? And so she agitated me like with regards to that. And a lot of women like to keep you frustrated, guessing if they like you, if they don't like you. Therefore, again, stripping you of your peace, taking certain amounts of your peace. I'm like, this is bullshit. And so I see she a waitress, a flirtatious type bitch. So I'm like, yeah, this is not really going to probably work. But then I had deleted her phone number. Then an hour later, the bitch hit me up. Because was for sake of self-discipline and self-respect. Like, you know what? I'm not going to call this bitch. She called me, whatever. So I delete all the information. That's what I do. That's a part of the discipline. Okay, you want to play games? This is over. Bye. You understand me? I won't contact you anymore. So I deleted her shit. Next thing you know, she ended up hitting me back. It's like, dang. So I'm like, okay, So that's how women, especially if these American women have a whole lot of attention that they get from men, bro. And on a scale, with no makeup, the broad's cute. It's a 6, you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't even got no booty and titties, but she in shape, nice little skinny butt, you know what I mean? But the point is, none of this matters because she ain't my woman. I ain't getting nothing out of her. You understand me? I ain't getting no money. I ain't getting no sex. I ain't getting no ability for her to be in my program to build a house. And the flake, see, what scripture say is don't go after a flighty woman, I believe it. Because if you go after a flighty woman or a light woman, a woman who's light, and this bitch is light, I'm not talking about her skin, but she not reliable. And she seemed like she's still trying to keep getting at me, but because I'm not calling her back and all that. But I'm like, she not really reliable. And then, see, this is wisdom about females. And when you see these videos of these different women, fresh and fit and with other WhatsApp, whatever podcasts and these different, and just over the years, man, we watch these videos, we hear in the manosphere. We've done videos, we've seen, but the videos that these women show of themselves talking about their body counts. You see the tattoos, your bitch got ran through by 3 dudes at one time, and she act like it's no big deal because she was drunk. Like, damn, bitch, your pussy is supposed to be important, and it's your most important asset to keep the least amount of penises in there. And this bitch just passively, she had a train ran on her by 3 dudes. Damn, bitch, that's like a complete violation that you have totally you have totally devalued yourself. She was like, oh shoot, they casually, this hookup culture is just devalue bitches, man. It's so what I'm saying is that even though a woman can look good, she just got shitloads of bodies and she's a prostitute, but she just not a streetwalker. But nevertheless, she is still a prostitute. Your average American woman is a prostitute, and prostitutes, if you trying to get them to do something productive consistently and shit, and even a pimp would have a hard time pimping these hoes because they don't want to be just doing one thing and they don't want to be under male authority. So not that pimping is wrong, but I'm saying even in that, they don't want to be under a man's authority. So it's like, damn. But if they was, it's frustrating to keep for these bitches dealing with them because they don't stick, is what I'm saying. Because they have prostitutive mind states. You know what I mean? So this really young bitch flirting. I'm like, you starting to agitate me and take away my peace. So I seen a bitch the other day. I'm like, and just act like, I ain't really see her and not really care about her. So then she's like, hi. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And then so I ain't called her or text her or nothing in a couple of days. And I'm sure that the bitch, I don't know. If she don't, I already done deleted her shit anyways or archived it. I presume that the bitch will hit me back again. But now I'm talking about some dividends because she got some decent money. But my whole thing is like, I started talking about this and that. I was like, yeah, you need some real guidance in your life because you'll effed up your life. You 23, 24. I can help show you and guide you this way and that way, show you the way how we could work together and make a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? Real talk. She pretty. I'm like, all right, I can use this bra in this way and that way. You know what I mean? But the bitch got to be focused. And that's the whole thing with the bitch. I'm up here trying to tell her this, and she's like, even looking at you looking up and down and around. Like, damn, bitch. I know the bitch smoke weed, but that's supposed to make you more focused. But I guess sometimes it make you more hype. She's like, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, but you need. And then I started, I'm about to step back, man. If the bitch text me again, I'll be like, look, so what is it going to be? You going to kick it? And again, this is a good looking white bitch. So the world is her oyster, bro. But she doing, just doing random feminist American woman shit, jumping on random penises and being a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my whole thing is I could use this broad in social media. I could use, you could use women's beauty if she with you as a status symbol or this and that, help you in your business. She got some people, some networks and connections. I talked to her that could help me in my business and shit. But it's like, you got to have a bitch linked in to you and only you. And that's the kicker. She ain't trying to just be with no one dude doing no one thing. She want to continue to get all this attention because it's addictive to her. But this frustrates me because I'm looking to get her linked into my plan, you know what I mean, and use her for whatever period of time she gonna be with me till she float off to the next dude. Like, it's just your turn for her. So that's the thing, man. I like women who say, not interested, bye. But this whole lingering shit, but a pretty bitch, a white bitch gonna have a lot of attention in America, shitloads of thirsty ass simps. So I understand. I'm not really gonna talk to her no more unless she hit me up, but really it's gonna be straight up. So what up, though? What's up between me and you? I mean, you giving me this energy like you like me and blah, blah, blah. I want to know what it is. So if you about me, I'm going to tell you what I'm about and how we going to make this money. But you got to be focused. I'm going to tell her all this shit if she hit me up. If not, hey, it was a short and non-important ride, except that I knew I had to tighten up my desire and my, game so far as not even having a smidgen of my piece stripped. You know what I mean? But the bitch giving me and that's what what do they call it? Love bombing. I didn't approach her. She approached me. I'm like, hey, that's a cute little white bitch. I was like, oh, I'm already thinking, yeah, I can hit that, but also I can use her for this and that, and she can help build up this. I'm already in my mind thinking, how can I move this broad to the next step? And I'm up here listening, all right, you got these problems, I can solve them problems. Everything you have in your life, you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm the solution to all your problems. You understand me? All you gotta do is follow. I show you the door, you need to open the door. Show you the path, you walk down the street. You know what I mean? But this bitch is not like mentally. I don't know, bro. It's just too many penises in this bitch head, man. And too many dudes trying to get in her drawers and too much male attention, man. Plus she a waitress, man. So you already know that bitch get a whole lot of attention. So I'm the dude not really giving her no attention, but she I don't know, man. It's kind of one of them frustrating things. I'm gonna just sit back like the fisherman trying to catch the fish, man. You can't force a fish to get on the hook, man. But this bitch, she keep coming at me. She come at me again. I'm gonna be like, look, I don't, tell me what it is. Hey, you want to deal with me like that or not? If not, then go your separate ways. We're good. And then put it like that on her. Yeah, so that's what I mean about peace, man. A woman, that's why it's good for a man to have, ideally, a virgin woman, because she ain't got all these influences like that. You see what I mean? Then this is other chick, she cool, but she got a different demeanor. They both about the same age. One is like Arab, but she got a dude. She don't count, but I'm just talking about their differences in their demeanor. She got a man, and she calm and peaceful, where this white bitch is like, they about the same age, like 23, 24. But one is calm and the other one is her head is all over the fucking place. And so my whole thing is like, yeah, I don't know, man. I might like just get with that and see how much work I can get out of this broad and see how I can benefit from her before she float off into oblivion and shit. At least I would have got some benefit out of her. Because my mentals is like, I realize she's an American white woman, and I'm like, all right, so let me just get in real quick, get what I can out of her before she float off to the next dude. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at like, oh, I'm going to build this future with her forever. I mean, if it turned out, I don't know the probabilities of that, but it's very low in my opinion. So I got the self-discipline to look. I had to let it, delete the phone number, walk away. I got the self-respect. I said not be, you know what I mean, straight, what do you call it, led along, strung along, you know what I mean? Self-discipline and respect. I'm not going to keep calling, you know what I mean? You call me and then let's bottom line this thing. And a discipline to never call her again. If I see her, really not even talk to her again. You know what I mean? But then she'll float over to me. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm not really trying to be, I'm not no male friend, bro. I don't do that. So you got, this is how I protect my peace, is by cutting people out of my life that ain't worthy of my time. You know what I mean? This little white broad, she cute. I'm like, the only reason I'm even interacting with her is because of the energy she gave me. I reciprocate the energy. You know what I mean? She on the fish hook. So I'm like, oh, I got a bite. Now I'll respond. So I don't even go up to women, like, ever. Even on the internet, I ain't gonna say I never did it, but I don't do that anymore. Even on the dating websites, the only women I even interact with, I don't give likes out for free unless they like me first. I don't even view women's profiles primarily. No, that's negative. I do actually view the profile, but I'm not going to send her a like. Why am I going to blow her ego up at my expense? What I'm going to get out of it? I done gave her validation. Nah, they need to kick in first. So this white bitch, she kicked in first, but now it's like it's kind of like a struggle on the fishing line. You know what I mean? You got a fish. She's kind of a big fish in a way, like a cute white broad that'll help build your status, build your money up, and she got some links. So sometimes it take a minute to bring in that big fish, you know what I mean? Because we want to fight, you know what I mean? And that's what it seemed like what she doing. She on a fishing line, but sometimes you got to release that line and let it go out there a little bit more and then pull it back in. That's kind of what it is with her. So I'm releasing this bitch. Maybe she won't ever, call me or whatever, but I don't care, bro. So, but it's kind of frustrating because I'm like, all right, let me get my emotions out of this shit. Because it's like, I got to go directly what it is. Look, so boom, 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 you know. So I had to sharpen up my game, but you got to protect your peace, man. And so I was thinking about number 3, kind of thinking about the minimalist nomad journey lifestyle. And this all ties together because I was thinking about cutting things, people out of your life that agitate you and strip you of your peace. And also, I was thinking about the whole dynamic of it's kind of like this. When you think about a nomad lifestyle, a nomad, I watch videos from time to time from brothers like Passport Bros and just dudes who are digital nomads. And I watch, their lifestyle is more, they don't really have a whole lot of, like I look at my apartment, I'm like, I don't really my house is pretty much clean. I do, but I'm thinking already like, most high willing when I leave this place, what I'm going to be throwing away. You see what I mean? It's a few things that I keep, like I got my herbs and medicines that I take, supplements, alkaline water, and, certain health stuff like perfect push-ups and stuff. Different things I do to take care of myself physically. But other than that, I mean, my money and all that. But really, what else you need in life, bro? Like, I look at, like, all the stuff, I mean, I've accumulated it for years, sure, but it's wherever I go, if I go to this country, that country, it's going to be a dryer there. It's going to be a washing machine there. And I don't even got that many clothes. I've gotten rid of a lot of my clothes. And I don't really even care about buying super sweet clothes and shit. Everything I got is nice for its purpose. I want to dress up. I got a couple dress shirts. I don't have the same. I clean out like 80% of my closet, maybe 90%. I don't even own. I threw away some shoes. I don't even own a lot of stuff, bro. So I'm like, really, man. I liken the idea of traveling less through this journey called life, traveling with less weight. You know what I mean? Although really, what I must take with me always is the truth of the Most High, the scriptures. I always take this game of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discipline, and self-respect. Different things. These epistles that I've written, these videos that I've done over the years, these affect thousands of people's minds, bro. They be like, oh, who was that dude? Because I just looked up one of my brothers from the past, I'm like, I remember that video he said, you know what I mean? He had, contacted me years and years ago. I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, I found his page. I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Or, just, you never know whose life you're affecting, man. I've affected thousands of people's lives with my perspectives. And people have blessed me with their perspectives. These are the things the intangible things that you take along with you on your journey of life, man. You know what I mean? And it will help you have power and peace and keep focused on your purpose, man. Because this world is about simping. It's about worship of women. It's about, this world is trash, bro. And it ain't really many masculine voices talking about, men being in power and all that kind of stuff. And it's all about chasing after useless whores. I wouldn't even doubt that bitch hit me up again today. I'm going to let her know what it is. I'm like, look, this is what it is. I'm not trying to, because I do like the little bitch. She cool. Her energy, I like a cute little weed smoking white chick. I don't smoke weed, but no more. But I don't know. You got your emotions in it a little bit. She a cute bitch. She been getting at a nigga and all that. But I don't know, man. I think that's because the bitch is a waitress and she know how to work the room. But when I'm not giving her that attention, she used to doing that at work. She used to doing that out in the club. The club too, but wherever she goes, she a cute little white chick, and this is American, and she in shape, and shitloads of dudes gonna be running after her. So I'm not, for my own self-respect and peace and self-discipline, I refuse to do that. However, I can't say the broad don't have no charisma. I like the broad, which is why I want to get on her team so I can use the broad in order to level up even faster. Because, if you got a chick, she can help you level up, man. Or she can help break you down. So my whole thing is like, the bitch is on a fish hook, and she probably still, we had to see what takes place in the future. But see, this is what I'm saying. This is why men need abundance. Well, maybe not all men, but it's good to have an abundance of women, at least that you could have access to. Whereas in America, man, it's not like, it's not like, women not really competitive here, bro. They more like, they play games and shit like what I'm explaining here. And that kind of bullshit, I'm really ready to, I have already deleted her number. Or did I delete? I think I archived it. It's the self-discipline is don't go back and call her. See what I mean? Don't go back and text her. This is what I mean about this game. Wisdom about females, how they move, your environment, right? You in America. These women are proud. They're narcissists. So wisdom about her. Self-discipline. I'm not going to call her. And self-respect. I'm not going to be one of the dudes that chase after her. Why? Because I have self-respect. So you just got to have the self-discipline and keep your emotions in check. It's also part of self-discipline. But, on this journey, man, sometimes you have losses, man. You might have to, some of your family members, you might have to cut them off, man. You might have to cut off certain relationships and stuff like that. But the nomad, I'll say pilgrim mentality or whatever, is, as I say, I watch some YouTubers on, but maybe RVing and stuff. They be going like, it's cold up here. It's starting to get cold here in Michigan. And so now I was talking to one dude. He was talking about, yeah, man, you could, we was talking about some people take an RV and go down south for the winter, you know what I mean, for 5, 6 months, something like that, and just be living in the RV. And I'm like, dang. I mean, that life is freeing, man. You know what I mean? They just nomad and they just take their camper and live that life. I'm like, that's pretty dope, bro. I mean, I know you ain't gonna have all the, and I seen this one I seen a couple families, white families doing that RVing stuff, a couple kids. I'm like, that's pretty dope, man. So it's all kind of ways to live more of a minimalist, nomad, pilgrim kind of a life, you know what I mean? And I've been on this mental state of peace and the nomad kind of state of mind, if you will, for a very long time. And so me, for me, it's more so having the money in order to pivot in certain ways I want to pivot. You know what I mean? So, things are starting to, work out for a brother and all that. But in my opinion, man, the money is not to be, the money's to be spent on me and not to be impressing no bitches and all that. It ain't, it's for me to, I think that environment, helps to build your morale. And when your morale is built, you able to, you just feel better, man. Like if you're in a cold environment or the women are cold and they trash, and non-approachable, that means that your morale is not going to be as happy as, say, if you in, like, say, Brazil or like a foreign country, you see what I mean, or Philippines, where, if you go somewhere else, the weather is better, the morale is better, the women are more approachable, and the majority of them in shape, you see what I mean? You ain't in a cold, static, kind of dead, land where these bitches are narcissists and oversaturated with male attention and non-competitive, you see what I mean? That drains your morale, man. That's why I don't like being here in America. But I've been coast to coast here in America. Some places are like down south, but anyways, some places like down south is nicer. I like it, but still run into some of the same problems. Anyways, man, just wanted to talk about them things, man. Protecting your peace and the minimalist, nomad, pilgrim kind of mentality. You might have to let things go in life, bro, in order to obtain peace. I liken this also. The journey of life is like a man swimming. He's swimming in the water and he's trying to get to shore. And he got another 2 miles to go. But he keeps sinking. So he keeps sinking because he's holding on to this 50-pound weight. And in order to make this journey to the shore, he's going to sink and drown if he don't get rid of this 50-pound weight. Just cut it off. So imagine he got like a 50-pound backpack, but he's trying to swim to shore. It's going to be super hard, super tough to get to his goal. And that's how it is in life a lot of times. Sometimes you got to cut things off out of your life because that weight will bring you down. And so whether the weight is a woman, whether the weight is family, whether the weight is a job, or whether the weight is whatever, even physical weight, you got to evaluate your life and see what it is that's important and what ain't important. You see what I mean? And figure out how you want to maneuver this thing, called life, because it's all about peace of mind, bro, and morale. What's your morale level? You know what I mean? How do you feel? You feel good about this or that? And things that drain your morale, man, that stuff need to be eliminated from your life. That's one of those intangibles that you can't measure, but that creates stress in your life. And I don't want no stress in my life. You see what I mean? Whether it's females, like with this little broad, that's a little degree of stress. So I'm going to delete your number. And if you contact me again, all right, I'm going to just let you know what it is. Boom, boom, boom. If not, cool. You understand me? But that's my main thing, man. So far as this chick, she has been X'd out of my life and she's non-existent. You know what I mean? So far, she's still existent, but it's not on any importance level until she showed herself to be important. You know what I mean? She got to show herself to be important. Other than that, I'll keep you posted, but I don't want to. The thing is about being neutral, man, not being attached to like outcomes. You know what I mean? That's a part of the discipline, bro. All right, this chick doing a whole bunch of talking and all that. Yeah, it's cool. Break bread and break cheeks. You understand me? You break your energy, break time. You got to come on in to the fold and get this guidance and adjust accordingly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. You be like, I can already foresee how I could structure this thing and eat. You see what I mean? and use this use this chick to eat and level up. You see what I mean? That's what it be like. That's the problem with like a lot of women in America. It's like they so self-willed and they not trying to be under a man's guidance and authority. But you see what I mean? They want things to be their way, and they want to just live free, liberated, harlot lifestyle, feminist lifestyle. They're not trying to be under no male authority. Because I'm gonna tell you this, that, and the other, and then we're gonna do that and this, and then you're gonna have to run the difference, boom, 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 boom. And they're not trying to hear that, even if they physically attracted to you. And that's the frustrated part. They want the masculinity, but they don't want to be under masculine authority a lot of times. Yeah, it is what it is. So, you gotta cut some of these people off. Some people that come around you, they toxic, and they make you feel like crap, man. You gotta shorten your time around them people. These are the intangibles. You might not be able to measure it, man, but they aura, they spirit, man, the energy they're giving you is trash. You see what I mean? So, it is what it is. Hopefully we got some power and benefit from this video. You know, another thing I was want to go into real quick. I wrote a list of it was like 10 points or a bunch of points of how a woman can make money for you in the family, in the house, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, she can do a lot, man, with a willing woman who's willing to follow your instructions. It ain't really much you can't do. Because you got somebody that's going to serve you, and she got ideas to build the house. You get her mind linked into the house of us. You see me? Our house. See what I mean? And when she got that mentality, then she going to move forward towards your purposes. See, that's what the scriptures say, a mind that's well instructed. You see what I mean? A woman who has a mind that's well instructed and follow instructions, a Proverbs 31 type of woman, that's a woman of great value, man. So my question is, how valuable how valuable are these women today, bro? What good are they, bro? Like, scripture said a woman was created to serve the man, created for the man, bro. So if she don't even have a mind of a servant, what good is she, bro? They got the mentality that you supposed to serve them, bro. So then the question is, what good are they other than the sexual release? I mean, that's kind of like the bottom line that these chicks have reduced themselves to, is the sexual release, bro. And that's part of what they're supposed to be, but not they ain't supposed to be it. They're not supposed to be just a nut. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn. Because as a man, you got a vision and you like, all right, this is what I want you to do, boom, boom, boom. And you want to plug her as a puzzle piece, as a link in a chain, you see what I mean, to keep things pulling and running. But sometimes you got to cut these bitches off because they ain't nothing but agitators. And, so I'm looking at it like, with this broad, I'm going to have to cut her off. If she call me, I'm going to have just a straight up conversation and just go from there. But I'm like, look, just don't call me no more. Don't text me no more. You understand me? I'm not really interested in just being friends. I'm trying to level up. And I didn't talk to you. I'm gonna spit the game how I'm supposed to spit the game. But I don't like this push-pull BS. You see what I mean? I don't like all that. So just go to the next dude. So I have told women, look, you flaky. If you don't like me, just go to the next dude. Some did, some stuck around for a minute. But the personality of the Western woman is just, the American woman more precisely, just so flaky, man, for the most part. And this happens even with millionaire dudes, man. These bitches is flaky, bro. Yeah, these women cook, bro. So, anyways, what good is she, bro, than a nut release? She's reduced herself to just a place where you disseminate sperm into only. Women ain't only supposed to be that. They're supposed to be helpers, servants, and go along with your plan and your guidance. But these women clearly are not interested, for the most part, they really up on their own purpose. So that's not what she was created for. But it is what it is. And you gotta adjust accordingly. It's not your woman, it's just your turn, bro. That's that statement true for the brother that came up with that. Hey, these women, man, it's like, who is that? Like, it's a roller coaster, man. You know what I mean? You can pay your ticket to ride the roller coaster, and it'd be fun. Like, I want to go Cedar Point before. I don't know if we'll be able to go there before they close for the season, but yeah, it'd be the best experience of your life, man. Riding a roller coaster, man. I like the wood roller coaster. I don't know why it just seems old school, you know. But yeah, you know, you get to ride the roller coaster, but you don't own the roller coaster. You get to sit in a seat, but it's not your roller coaster. It's just your turn to ride it, man. Shoot. But with respect to the females, I'm not willing to pay no fee. She got to kick in, you know what I mean? And we both eat together. That's my vision. And so finding a woman that's willing to build with you in this country, bro, I don't know, man. It ain't really been the business because they not really trying to even be wives. You see what I mean? But it is what it is, brothers. Peace.